Welcome to Wired Network's video series, How to Build a 4 Nines Wide Area Network. So welcome back. In our last discussion, we identified how to build a foundation for 4 nines of network uptime. Now we're going to take it one step further by identifying the type of circuits available which is best for that 4 nines WAN uptime. Let's talk about the different circuit types. We've got an access circuit, we've got a network circuit or a core network circuit, and then we've got modes of transport. Access types, DSL, T1, Ethernet, cable, these all are comprised of last mile. Physical transport mediums, copper, fiber, coax, and 4G, 3G wireless, also Wi-Fi. And then core networks, MPLS, VPLS, point-to-point, internet, IPVPN, and there's alphabet soup on how the carriers describe each one of those core networks. Of course, then there's different speeds. We've got TDM, cable, and Ethernet. I won't read those, but you can see there's multiple speeds. You probably are familiar with most of these. Here's the key takeaway. For the primary MPLS connection, we absolutely 100% advise that you get a dedicated MPLS connection. No shared access. I repeat, no shared access. What is shared access? Shared access means there's no SLAs for throughput, latency, or jitter. It's not inherent to the network because the network's shared with your neighbor or with the folks down the street. And the only thing the carrier can SLA in this environment is availability, which means a circuit will be available, but it has no guarantee of bandwidth or SLAs for latency, jitter, and throughput. So you're paying top dollar to use bandwidth that you're not guaranteed to receive, and the carrier per the SLA only has to make the circuit available. Technical term, that sucks. The carriers are pushing these circuits because the margins are good. They oversell these circuits regardless of what they tell you. So we've seen shared circuits time and time again put customers in bad positions, especially when they deploy voice, video, or other latency sensitive applications, because there's absolutely no recourse when or if you have issues. So be aware of what you're getting and demand to see the SLAs. So the backup circuit, the vast majority of the time this circuit's going to be idle. However, when called into action, it needs to support the business. A single dedicated circuit will be available 3 nines of the time, which is your primary MPLS. We need the backup to pick up the other 0.09%, and it needs to be able to support the business. That said, we would recommend first cable or 4G, 3G, as they ensure a secondary and diverse last mile, all the way from your premise to the carrier's core. We would also size the port to be close to the primary, and this can be done very cost effectively with either one of these technologies. So why is that a big deal? Why is any of this a big deal? Remember, we're building highly available wide area networks. If you don't want highly available, then shared will be fine. And we're back to potentially losing money, but maybe it's not enough that will matter. You have to determine that. In my humble opinion, staying away from shared, primary transport is extremely important in building a highly available WAN that supports cloud applications today and into the future. This is the point most often overlooked, and we have seen it bite customers in the backside several times. As always, we invite you to join our blog, videos, and resources by clicking on the link provided. Thank you again for joining us on video number 3, where we describe what circuits to order for primary and backup to achieve high availability. Video 4 is all about contract terms and SLAs to achieve 4 nines of uptime. Please tune in. Until then, we'll see you soon.